What's up, everybody? In this example we have a Ford Explorer that the hazard lights will not turn off. This is an instance where I really don't think I could do much without having an oscilloscope. I gotta be honest with you, I don't know what a pattern looks like for a known good front interface control module when you hit the hazard switch button or not. I don't know what that looks like, but without a scope I don't think I could have been able to do the job properly. So I wanted to show you all, if you go to courses at Hands-On Auto Training, and then you look over here, we have all of our different courses. There is a Picoscope Essentials class. We have the basics, going over the very, very basics of how to install a Picoscope software, all the way through, currently we have up there the Picoscope rulers, time controls, and some real files that you can download and play with. I'm working on more advanced content coming up real soon. So just want to share with you about that. If you don't have a scope, it may be hard to actually do the proper testing here, and you could easily get down the wrong path. So let's dive into this. What's going on, everybody? We're 25 minutes into this one here. I just thought I'd bring it along and show you. We got hazard lights that won't turn off. I checked body control module codes. We didn't have any codes. But however, if we go in the scan tool, this is under exterior lighting. If I go back here, you can see this is under the selection of exterior lighting. And then we're just going to zoom over here. I highlighted everything. We do have a hazard, where's the hazard input switch not pressed. So I went ahead and with my voltmeter originally, I just probed in here and I checked, trying to see if I saw this signal for the hazard. There is a single wire. There's only 6 cavities, 5 wires. We have ourselves a power, a ground, can high, can low, and then this hazard switch signal. Let me go ahead and show you the diagram. I took a peruse around Identifix, didn't see a whole lot there besides front control modules and body control modules, but I'm trying to make sure we're doing ourselves a good job. I got this bookmarked, I think. If you don't use bookmarks in Identifix or your all data, you're missing out. It's the way to go. So I'm going to click on my bookmark here. And I think it was under hazard switch. Front interface control module, here we go. So we have our body control module, it feeds power down to our front control module, front interface control module. That's that power I was talking about over there. Then we have our can low and can high. And we also have ourselves a ground over here, which we checked that, it's good. And then there's this hazard signal. Now, I was reading on Identifix, they say this hazard signal is pulse to ground. It's not like a switch, it's a capacitive switch or something like that. So it's kind of like a IC circuit. So I put the scope on there. As you see here, we got our Picoscope running. And I go ahead and touch this switch. I'm touching the switch here, and we don't have any output, nothing's changing. Also, if I take a look here at this hazard switch status, when I press the switch, nothing's happening. So I got the idea to... So this wasn't the biggest idea ever, right? But I want you to know I was using the ground that's present at that front interface control module, and I was just jumpering it to that hazard signal switch real quickly, just tapping it. Go ahead and make my own ground, and if I just tap this, you'll see the hazards will turn off. I'm going to try and make it so you can see both. I'm just going to literally just tap this just for a second. They turn off, turn on. And I'm going to do the same thing so you guys can watch the scan data. Watch that hazard lamp switch. Pressed in, not pressed. Pressed in, not pressed. So that's just me toggling this ground. All I'm doing is jumping that ground between the 2 wires there, between the ground and the hazard switch control. If I pause my scope and go back on the Pico here, so you stop my capture. I'm going to go back in my buffer. You can see when I was toggling it, that was me tapping the ground. So that's what it was taking to make that thing happen. So this thing is going to need a front interface control module or front control interface module. It doesn't need to be programmed, it's plug and play, so they'll get on the road here. Thanks a lot for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you found it useful. If you like this type of content, please do like, subscribe. Don't forget to ring that notification bell. Just so you guys know, we have the basic electrical class available at handsonautotraining.com. That's about a 2 hour and 10 minute course, maybe a little bit longer if you take the quizzes and stuff. That's available. What I'm working on right now and putting together is component-based electronics classes. What I'm talking about is understanding more about resistors, capacitors, diodes, inductors, and putting it all together with transistors and building upon that. I found that personally I like knowing how things work, and I would like to tinker around, and I'm taking the time to learn more myself and share that as I go on the membership site. So I hope you guys enjoy that. I appreciate everybody watching. Have a great day.